Hi, welcome to Saturday live meditation with myself. And today I just thought I was just in contact with someone, and I thought it'd be quite nice to do something about time. So time is this incredible construct which completely governs us. I'm constantly, obviously, always chasing for time. I have appointments and they are very time oriented, and I'm always, all my whole life, because I'm probably working as a practitioner, you have to constantly have time limits and time processes to be in. The next patient is waiting, or the next person is waiting for a consultation online, or whatever. It's always around and I always end up squeezing time, finding extra time for that extra person who's really in need, like trying to expand time, which is quite a fun thing to do. But here I just want us to do a little meditation on almost the mechanics of time and just see if we can find it in order to lose it, I suppose. So just allow yourself, sit, and when we bring our attentional awareness to our senses, the first thing that happens is it starts to bring us more into now, because we spend all our time, or most of our time, in the future, planning, evaluating, looking at different consequences, different processes. In some ways we have to. You can't not plan life to some degree, otherwise, how do you get that plane or that bus or that meeting? But also we can't. If we become governed by this construct of time, we're always chasing our tails, and it puts our adrenals kick in, and we're always kind of chasing something which is ahead of us. So our mind is often in the future, or it's evaluating, processing, coming to terms with past, going over past, memory, process, history. And it's only in certain kind of key moments, say when you're having a conversation with someone and suddenly you kind of meet, because actually often when we're talking, we're in some sort of concept, we're in this etheric place where we're conceptualizing something, but sometimes everything can come still and come quiet, and there's this moment where there's almost a stillness that comes, where there's a meeting of minds or hearts in any kind of conversation with anybody, and it brings you into this present moment. And in that present moment, it's like the world is remade. It's incredible. It's incredible. We all experience it. This is a thing that we all understand in our sensory field. So let's explore this idea of future, past, present, moment, and see what diving into this moment can do, and how that expands the whole thing. So close your eyes and we'll have a little quiet moment to meditate. So just allow your senses to align you to where you are right now. The sounds, the sound of my voice, the other background sounds, my end and your end. Sound, becoming conscious of sound, tends to bring us into some kind of connection with the moment. Naturally, consciousness, which means awareness of where our attention lies, brings us into the moment. But first of all, let's just play a little bit with time. So, just for a while, just allow your mind to wander to, say, tomorrow. If you have any vague plans, or if you plan to relax all day or do nothing, just let your mind wander to the future, be it tomorrow. Okay. Now just bring your attention to the awareness that your mind is thinking about tomorrow. So what that does is that brings us a fulcrum. We're in tomorrow in our mind, but we're aware of it, and that brings us into the present. So we're in the present and the future almost. So just allow your attention to come back to your senses, the sound, my voice, the cicadas if you can hear them, or whatever is in your sound background. Now just allow your attention to go backwards a day to yesterday or longer, something that struck you from the week. Doesn't matter, bad or good, don't evaluate it, just let your mind go to something that draws you from this week or this morning. And if you want, just let your mind drop back even further to some nice meal, some birthday, or something sweet that happened in the last year or the last 5 years. It doesn't matter. Let it drop, go right back even further. Let your mind wander right back to something pleasant, some pleasant sense in the more distant past. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. Just don't judge it. Just be aware that your attention is in the past and what that feels like. What we're doing here is we're building up a feeling sense and bringing consciousness to where our attention is simply, which really is all meditation, a lot of meditational practices. So now just allow yourself to allow your attention to slowly come back to this moment. To really be, you can do it through your feeling sense. You can feel your bottom on the seat or on the floor, or the sounds that are in the moment, the background sounds, or the smells are good. It's a good way. What can you smell in the room or in the garden? And allow yourself to really settle into this moment. And if your mind drops into something future, past, all dinners on the go, or whatever, just say, that's fine, I allow it. Bring your attention, awareness, and your consciousness to the fact that it's just dropped there, and allow it. And then just slowly bring your attention back, and you can do that through tuning into your breath. Something soft and delicate in your breath. Some quality of lightness in your breathing. And that brings you back here. And once things kind of settle, and they slowly kind of settle into this moment, and as they do, there is this sense of expansion, an expansive awareness. It's like when you come into this moment, this now moment, there's an expansion. Your body likes it, your mind likes it. It feels like it can breathe within this moment. So the key here is, if your consciousness does something else in terms of place or time, just bring your just gently allow whatever it does and bring your attention back gently to this lightness of breath or the sound of my voice in this moment, and drop into that like ocean of this moment. It's like the forever now. So there's a sense of expansion, there's a sense of quiet. Almost like a hum. sounds come and then they disappear into this same present. And so what happens in that moment is time just becomes bigger. And so it expands, doesn't it? The quality feeling is in a sense of expansion. And so if time is so expanded in that moment, how can it govern us? It's a good one to play with. Anyways, I wish you well. Any of my stuff's in terms of courses, lots of these kind of thoughts, meditation, contemplation things, or more developed processes and stuff on anxiety breaks, and all my cranial stuff is on the dynamicsofstillness.com. And I wish you well and have a lovely evening.